November, we're at the Cloud Culture Compound, coming to see Dane to get the firewall installed. Cold ass day. There they are in the back. Yeah, first time here, so we'll have to see what it's like. But yeah, pretty pumped. Should be cool. Oh yeah, let's get her done. Winter build plans 2023. Got a Ollie's car behind me. I don't know what he's doing with this thing yet, but we'll ask him.
What we'll essentially have is we'll have one panel that'll go right here, and it'll meet halfway. It'll be like right in the halfway mark right here, maybe a little bit overlap.
Okay.
And then that's going to cover up all this. And then the same thing on the other side, there'll be two mirrored.
Nice.
And then you'll have one in the middle that's going to basically lap joint with the other one. And then they'll bolt together in a few spots. And it'll encapsulate around the rear backstays.
Okay.
And then it'll also bolt to the structure here.
Nice. And yeah, you don't think obviously you'll stop it short of where the wiring goes through on either side?
Basically what I'll do is I'll have it run around the wiring, so there'll be a little slot right here.
Okay.
It'll go around it, and then it'll come up to like right up there.
Because I guess, yeah, the point is try to seal it as much as possible, right?
So I'll basically come all the way to the corner.
Cool.
Come down, all the way down. I'll probably hammer that flat, and then come down to here, follow this. I'll probably put one break in it right here just to get it to the angle correctly. But that's about it. And it should come down to about right here.
Cool. All right. Nice, man. Yeah, I was looking at like the Street Faction, you know, like rear seat delete, and I'm like, I don't know, I could probably modify this piece and make it work, but dude, like, I just feel like it'd be too much messing around, and it wouldn't fit it as well, you know?
Eric had the same thing in his car over here. So he had the LRB ones. The rear shelf up top here.
Nice.
And then they went all the way down, obviously. And then they had the side panels too. He used to have his fuel cell back here. And there was an issue with it where how it was braced to the rear shock tower, it started like swaying, and it just started separating all the pinch welds.
Oh shit.
So I redid his rear backstays so they attached to a different location on the shock tower, and then I reinforced the shock tower again, and then we put the fuel cell up directly over the rear axles. That's where it should be in the first place, but it's a little pinched for space back here. And then after that is when I did the firewall. So
where are you saying it was separating from the sheet metal? Like, what are you talking about?
It started separating the shock tower from the wheel well.
Oh shit! Did it really?
You can see it. You can see where he re-welded all that over there. So all that was separated originally, and then after I cut the rear backstays out for the cage, remade those, and then I reinforced the shock tower. Then he came back in and basically like clamped everything together and re-stitch welded the shock tower back to the sheet metal.
Damn. Well, I hope I don't have any of those issues. Used, or did you buy it new?
No, I bought it new.
Nice.
So I just generate everything using Fusion 360. That's how I design everything, and then I can generate like the cutting programs straight off that.
Damn.
Which is nice. Works really well.
Does this have to like connect to a computer at all times, or no?
Yeah, not at all times, but I just have my laptop, so I just plug my laptop in when I'm ready to cut, and then I power on the plasma cutter, power on the table, turn on the app, and then I have all of my cutting files on my laptop anyway, so
wow,
they're just all right there.
But once you're like setting up a project or a cut, like you have to have the computer to do that. Yeah. And then you can unplug it once you start.
Once everything's done, then you can unplug it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this is sweet. And how big is the table? Like how big of a piece of sheet metal could you have on here, I guess?
So this one is, I believe, 33 by 48, I want to say, is the cutting you can do. But you can also do like pass-through. So I can have like a sheet home the system on one corner of the sheet, or that'll be like the 0 point. See if there's going to be any changes needed to the file. I'll make those changes, and then I'll send it out to a third party to get laser cut and possibly CNC bent as well. That way I can like upscale the manufacturing more feasibly, so that I just get parts that I can fixture and weld together.
Damn. And that would only be in cases where, I don't know, it's something that this table can't do for size
This
or what?
table can do it, but it comes down to like post-processing time and like what you want to spend your time doing. So it's more cost effective for certain things to send them out to get laser cut.
Interesting.
And then I get them versus me buying material, going to pick up material, coming back, setting up the table, starting up the table, getting everything cut, any consumables that are consumed during that manufacturing process, and then having to go through all the post-processing, cleaning off all the edges and whatnot, and then welding it together.
Yeah.
Like the time it takes to do that accounts for the cost discrepancy between having a third party laser cut it versus me plasma cutting.
You had to start it up. Pretty wild.
So you said you're putting in a firewall back here?
Yep.
Nice.
So it's basically going to be like a 3-piece aluminum firewall.
Yep.
And it's going to mold to the back seat area here. So all I'm doing right now is I set up my data center point with this laser right here. And then what I can do is I can mark increments down this wheel well right here and basically trace back the center line all the way through and map out the entire arc of the wheel well. And that way I get a better fitment when I go to plasma cut this out. And then it'll fit really nice. I want to do a lot of post-process trimming, and then should be able to just slide in on each side. Then we'll have one in the middle that encapsulates around the rear backstays here. Boom. Just like that.
Yeah,
Done deal.
pretty good. Shocked. I'm shocked.
Next right, then your destination will be on
Is
the
that
left.
this one?
Nope,
Yes,
keep going up.
this one.
Picking up the 240 at the farm. Got the winds whipping. Of course, it had to snow. Cloud Culture Farm, here we are. Got Kylie in the fancy Honda. The Bouge
Fancy Honda.
The Bouge Mobile, as I call it. There she is, warming up. 5-star service out here. They already got it warming up.
Your destination is on the left.
Picking up the car, watching this. He's taking a donor motor out of it, I guess. NA2JZ for a nice engine build. It's fucking 15 degrees out though. The cat's loving it though. 60 in here. Clean, man.
Yep. So I left it raw. Your fingerprints will etch the material a little bit. So when you clean this off, use like methanol. Yeah, I mean like.
All right, first winter project for the 2023 drift season. Rear firewall. There it is. Dane from Cloud Culture whipped it up. on his CNC plasma table, and he cut it out in 3 pieces. He got a center piece and then the 2 side pieces, and they meet with rivets. I used rib nuts. That way it can be unbolted easily and taken out if I ever need to, which I'm going to need to do that right now for painting. So I'm going to pull it out and paint it just gloss white like the rest of the interior. But very, very happy with it. It looks great. Looks sleek. And then there's the view from the backside. So it'll do its job and allow me to pass tech for certain events and hopefully keep the fuel cell separated from the interior. Oh yeah. Alright, same update video from when I just showed you the car. We're washing it today. It's 2023 build season, so this is the first step. I drove it back from the Cloud Culture farm. Dane from Cloud Culture did a rear firewall. So it's over there on the workbench getting painted, painted gloss white. Just gonna match the interior. And so yeah, it's all prepped back there. Just getting ready to reinstall it once it's painted. But we drove it in the salt, and so I had to get all the salt off of it. And so I power washed it and then also degreased it. So I sprayed some of this purple power on the bottom, degreased the bottom side, so that way, hey, it's always been a mess under there. So I thought, well, if I'm washing the salt off, I might as well degrease it too. So win-win. Hopefully it's clean once we're down there. And yeah, excited to get the subframe project started. That's what's next. So we have to pull the subframe and do the bushings. I've never done the subframe bushings on here, and they are shot. I mean, really shot. Like, I jack up the car and the whole subframe moves like an inch or two. You can just hear the bushings squishing, and we gotta get rid of that crap. So new bushings, and then we might do some reinforcing and some mods to the subframe while it's out. Paint the subframe, just with some spray paint, nothing crazy. And then new transmissions. So I picked up 2 SR20 transmissions, and supposedly they're in great shape. I got them from a guy that I trust, who I met at US Air. It's Al from Blood Moon Garage. And so he said they shift great. You know, they came out of low mileage cars, but you hear that a lot, but it's nice to get it from someone you know. So new transmission, new clutch delay valve, and then all the subframe stuff. Yeah, I hope it drives and feels like a new car next year, because I've had such a bad transmission that I can't power shift in a second, and so this should be nice. Yeah, so that's my build season 2023 kickoff plans. So it's winter of 2022, getting a really good start. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, so that's the update for now. Stay tuned for a bunch more progress, hopefully. Alright, getting all the pressure washer water out of the garage. Just squeegeed it out. Tried to get it into the grass. It's gonna get slippery here, but cool little view from here after getting washed.